Good morning!
How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm still a little sleepy.
Oh. Well, wake up.
Yeah, I'm waking up. I'm trying.
When did you start x-ray school?
I'm doing my AA right now.
Okay.
So in 2 years I'll be going for radiography.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have a few questions to ask you.
Okay.
Alrighty, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Okay, awesome. So what's your title?
I'm a radiologic technologist, but I specialize in CAT scan.
CAT scans, okay. Radiologic.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should write this out or type this out because I'm a slow typer.
That's okay.
Alrighty. And the number of years in this profession?
38.
38 years.
Yeah.
Was this like your first job?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I went to, after I graduated from high school, I went to 1 year of engineering school, and I didn't like it, so I switched to x-ray.
Okay. That's
So
one of the questions.
Since I was 21.
Wow. Okay. I'm 21 now, so. Alright, what is your current job? Alright, so you already answered that. And then how did you land in this job?
In this job that I'm doing now?
Yeah.
I'm doing travel. Well, for the first 37 years, I only had 2 jobs. I worked in my hometown for 21 years, and then I moved to Florida and worked there for 16 years. And after I separated from my wife, I decided that I want to see things, see the country a little bit more. So that's why I'm doing the traveling thing now.
Okay.
And so it's temporary assignments. And I came to Michigan for 3 months, but I've been here for 6 because they keep extending me.
So you've been there for 6 months.
Yeah.
So they have traveling as an option?
There's agencies that what they do is we do fill in for if they have a staffing shortage or somebody goes out on maternity leave or something like that. We step in and fill the void until they get their staffing back up.
So I wanted to travel.
Like when I came here, they had 4 openings they couldn't fill. So they had a couple of travelers, and now they've got the openings filled. So that's why I'm done the end of June.
All right. Are you going to go back and travel again?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take a week or 2 off, and then I'll go somewhere else. My recruiter is looking for a position for me right now.
All right. What do you enjoy most about your job?
The people, the patients, helping people, my coworkers, because we're all. You're not in it for the money as much as you are for, what you're getting out of it.
Okay.
You're going to make a decent living, but you're not going to get rich.
Yeah, that's if you're working for somebody, you're not going to get rich.
And you're not going to get because there's body fluids involved, and if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So you don't do that for the fun of it. You're doing it because you want to help somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you work in a team then?
Yeah.
A team. And then how does working with a team impact your work?
You have to work together. You have to develop a system, or else you're not going to get anything accomplished. It's just like when you were a server.
Yeah.
You each have a way to move with each other. The bartenders know your needs as a server. the barbacks know the bartenders' needs. Everybody's, has a certain role they fill.
Okay.
And like when I was working last night, the girl that I was working with, I would get the patients on the table. She was doing inputting the histories into the computer, and one of us would scan the patient, and the other one would get the stuff, the images to the radiologist to be read while I was getting the patient back off the table. You develop a system.
Okay.
To work with each other to get things done faster and more efficiently.
All right. What do you like least about your job?
The least about my job? Sometimes the hours suck.
The outdoors?
Like, the hours.
Oh, the hours.
Yeah, the work hours. Like, especially, well, when I was working at the hospital in Florida, too, it was kind of the same way. It isn't like a job where you get 9 to 5 every day. One day I may be 6:30 to 2:30. The next day I might be 1 to 9 p.m.
They fluctuate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I like consistency. So
yeah.
That would be hard.
And quite often you don't get to pick and choose where you are when you're there.
All right. So, what was your major in college?
Radiologic Technology. I went to a community college, and I got my associate's degree.
Your associates? That's what I'm going for.
Yeah.
What college did you go to?
North Country Community College. It's in my hometown in Saranac Lake, New York.
Right. Alrighty. This is where I'm gonna have to type fast. So please describe your career path to this current job. I know you kind of already did.
My career path? Well, I wasn't happy with engineering school. And my sister worked in the registrar's office at the community college. And I took my list of classes into her that I was going to have at the end of my first year. And I gave it to her, and I said, "What can I do for a living that I can go to college here for?"
What can I do?
I didn't pick it myself. And she took the list. She said, "I'll be back in a minute." She came back about 10 minutes later, and she looked at me, and she said, "See Ronald Villas at the end of the hall. You're going to be an X-ray tech."
All right.
And I said, "Okay."
That is so funny.
So here I am.
My mom mentioned it to me, and that's what got my attention. Because I was like all over the place what I wanted to do.
Yeah. No, there's a very high demand for it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different directions you can go. X-ray, ultrasound, nuclear medicine, MRI. You can stay in regular X-ray. There's interventional radiology. There's all kinds of different paths you can take.
Was that AA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you
cool.
see, when you graduate from X-ray school, you take your ARRT exam, which is the American Registry of Radiologic Technologists, and that's your national boards. And you take your X-ray degree, you take your X-ray test, and then once you've got that, you can apply for like your state license, because your state license is based on having your ARRT. And then, like, when I went into CAT scan, I took my ARRT also has specialty exams for nuclear medicine and ultrasound and CAT scan and everything. So I've got my ARRT and X-ray, and then I've got my ARRT and CAT scan.
Okay.
So I specialized in that.
All right. So that follows with the other question. It says, what educational degrees, licenses, or other credentials are required for entry-level jobs in this career?
Entry-level jobs would be your ARRT and X-ray.
T and X-ray.
Yeah.
And you must be licensed?
Yeah. Most states require a state license. There's, I think, 8 states that don't, but you still have to have your ARRT to work there.
Okay.
They just have decided in those states that having your ARRT is enough, since having a state license is based on that anyways. So they just forewent the state license and require your national certification.
All right. So I need to, like, and will they, like, provide that for you, like the school, the ARRT?
Well, when you go to X-ray school, the X-ray schools are accredited by the ARRT. So when you graduate, that's your fulfills your qualifications for taking their boards.
Okay. And this might not, like, what was your undergraduate major?
There wasn't one. Because it's just an associate's degree anyways.
What was that one? Okay. And then it said, how big of a role did it play in your career choice?
What, having my degree?
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of weird with X-ray, because some X-ray schools are hospital-based programs and you don't get a degree. It's just your core X-ray knowledge. So you aren't taking, like, all your other classes along with it.
Yeah.
You know how when you're taking going for an associate's degree, you have your humanities and English and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
In a hospital-based program, you don't graduate with a degree. You just graduate with the qualifications for taking your ARRT.
Is that what you did?
No, I went to an actual college.
Oh, so you had to take the prerequisites.
Yeah, so I had to take, in addition to my X-ray courses, I had to take all my other humanities and, math and English and all that other stuff to get an associate's degree.
Right, I'm just going to say, helps you qualify for the test.
Now, where a degree does help is if you want to go on and get, to teach or be in management or something. Of course, management would require a master's degree typically.
Yeah.
And you would need your actual degrees to get to that, to follow that path.
Yeah, I don't think that's anything I want to do. What are the most important characteristics or skills needed to be successful in this field?
Be tolerant of people who aren't that aren't happy with the situation they're in, because patients are sick and they aren't going to react like normal people.
Yeah.
Now, they're stressed, and you have to be able to handle. So you have to be geared to handle stressed people. It's kind of like being a bartender, being able to handle drunks.
Yeah. When you say that, I think of, like, being a server and, like, dealing with angry people.
Yeah, because
people.
When you're a server, half of the customers you get are real nice to you, and half of the customers kind of look down on you as being a server.
Yeah. They really do.
When you were working at Peaks, half of the customers looked at you as either they were the wife and they looked at you as being a trashy trollop that was after their husband.
Oh my gosh.
or the husband looked at you as just being a pair of breasts with feet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I know when Kim was working at Peaks, it really bugged me that a lot of the customers would make comments to me about they didn't know that her and I were good friends. Yeah. I actually had a customer when she was working at iDrive asked me one night. He looked at me and he said, "Wouldn't you like to get hold of her?" And I looked at him. He was a younger guy, and I said, "Well, she was working with her friend Allie Pierce," and I looked at him and I said, I don't really look at it that way. And he said, "Oh, she's got such a great butt," and he's just talking trash talking about.
Kept on going.
And he said the other girl's just as good looking as she is. He said, imagine having a threesome with them. And I said, that would be even more awkward. And he said, are you gay? And I said, no, actually, Allie's my daughter.
Allie's your daughter?
No, she isn't. But she's a brunette and she's kind of dark complected. And I looked at him and I said, well, it'd be really awkward because I said a simple fact that Allie's my daughter. And he looked at me and he said, oh. He said, what about the other girl? I said, well, actually, she's my sister's daughter. I said, she's my niece.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
And he just sat there for a second and I said, so it'd be really awkward if I had a threesome with my niece and my daughter. And I said, I really don't care that you're talking about them that way. He looked at me and he was like, oh my God. He said, can I buy you a drink? And I said, no, actually, I said, I think I'm going to go sit on the other side of the bar. And I said, I think you really should treat bartenders with a little bit more respect when you come into a place like this.
Oh, yeah.
Because I said, that this is proof to you that they're people.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Then when I got over on the other side of the bar, Kim came over and she said, what was that all about? And I told her and she laughed. And she said, the funny thing is, she said, when you're here, she said, if a guy starts hitting on me, she said, I just tell him that my father's at the end of the bar and that they should really behave because he has a little bit of a temper.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kim gave me her necklace when she first started working at Twin Peaks, like her first necklace.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I felt so special because, like, she was a bartender, I was just a server, and I knew she was there forever.
It's probably one I bought for her, which is what's funny about that.
Yeah, it had, like, rhinestones on it. Like, it was, like, big flowers.
Yeah, I bought her 3 or 4 of those, so you may have a necklace that I bought her.
Maybe.
Because I used to get those at the hospital gift shop.
Okay.
They were like they were the big wide... stones and
and we were
things.
We're required to wear them, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so I still have quite a few questions asked.
Yeah.
So, do you use information that you learned specific, I probably said that like the ocean, but college courses on a regular basis?
Yes. Yeah, you learn in college how to do your job. The anatomy and the technical stuff and
I'm not looking forward to anatomy. I am not.
It's just body parts.
That is true, but I have to remember all of them.
It's no different than learning the menu in a restaurant. At Peaks, you had to know all the ingredients and all that stuff. It wasn't,
Yeah.
It's just a variation of that.
I think anatomy might be just a little harder.
Yeah, well, it's bigger words, but...
Yeah, I probably won't even be able to pronounce half of them.
Yeah, well, you'll learn. Or fake it.
Yeah, I'll probably just fake it.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
What other occupations did you consider before you choose this one? Why did you choose this occupation rather than the other alternatives?
Well... I was looking at engineering because that's what my father did. But I didn't choose that because I didn't feel like going to college for 4 years. And
you sound so much like me.
Huh?
You sound so much like me.
I know. Well, I didn't like school, but I had to go. It was, you got to do it even though you don't want to. I looked at being a electrician or plumber or something like that, but the work was too irregular at the time. Back in the 70s. It was what? The job availability of being a plumber or an electrician or something like that back when I was growing up was different than it is now. And there wasn't quite the availability of work back then.
Yeah.
I wanted to find something that you could get a job in and know that it was going to be there. Now younger people are going and getting degrees, and if somebody wants to become an electrician or plumber, there's tons of work because they have a hard time filling the jobs.
Yeah. I know a few people my age that are doing electrical.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're making a killing at it if they want to apply themselves to it because they can walk into anywhere and get a job because the companies that hire electricians can't find anybody to work for them because everybody's going and getting a bachelor's degree and sitting around, working at a coffee shop or something, waiting for a big job to come along.
Coffee shop. Yeah, my one friend, he works at Disney as, electrical, so I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Which of your past work experience affect what you do now, if that happened?
I worked at a campground when I was in college, and it was the same. It kind of taught me how to deal with people on a one-on-one basis because you were, going from campsite to campsite picking up garbage. And so people were, stopping and talking to you. And up until then, I really didn't have a whole lot of, experience.
Talking to people?
People face to face like that.
All right. Yeah.
So
I get what you mean.
So that probably had more to do with anything.
Okay.
I mean, I also worked on construction, and shoveling dirt didn't give me a whole lot of experience doing what I'm doing now.
No, doesn't sound like it.
No.
What do you occupy your time during the atypical work week?
In or out of work? Outside of work? Or at work?
I'm thinking outside of work.
I spend...
We can do both.
When I was in Florida, I spent most of my time hunting or fishing. But now that I'm traveling, I spend most of my time just kind of, because it's a new community, going out and seeing the sights. Which is the reason I'm doing this.
Do you like Michigan?
Yeah, except for it's cold during the winter.
Oh, yeah.
I came here in December.
Okay, yeah, you were definitely there once when it was snowing.
And Brienne came up and she didn't like it at all. She
bet.
went back.
That's funny. Well, I lived out in Ohio for 16 years, so I don't like it either, though. I don't like the snow.
No.
I don't see sites. And what would you say about, in work? In
work?
Yeah.
I spend most of my time just working. Well, in most hospitals now, because they look at productivity as how they do their staffing, so their staffing is pretty much matched to the workload. So when you get there, you start doing patients and you get done when you leave. There's no downtime. So,
do you do 12-hour shifts ever?
I'm doing 8s.
Okay. That's not too bad.
In Florida, I was doing 10s.
Okay. Alright, so what skills and talents are most essential for effectiveness in this position?
Efficiency.
Efficiency.
Is the biggest talent. Being able, organization.
I gotta put my hair up, it's bugging me.
I'd say organizational skills and efficiency is the biggest thing affecting your job.
Organization. I'm pretty organized for the most part. So just efficiency and organizing skills?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that affects how well your day goes.
Alright. What is most rewarding for you about your work itself, aside from external motivators like salary, fringe benefits, etc.?
Having patients come over for a CAT scan that are scared or they're angry or something like that, and by the time you get done with their scan, they're a little bit more at ease and they're maybe a little bit happier because they had a pleasant experience getting their CAT scan done, and I put them at ease. Because our typical patient is either sick or hurt, or they don't know what's going on, or they may have a mental problem and they're confused or something. And So when they come over for their CAT scan, my job is half of it's getting their CAT scan done, the other half is making them leave the department with a better outlook of what happened.
How long do those CAT scans usually take?
10-15 minutes.
Okay. My dad said he, took one, and he was in there for, 45 minutes, and I was like, what?
Well, if you're looking at it from, if you're with somebody, it may take longer because, they've got to go through the registration process, and there's stuff that goes on before we get them. And then, so, there's more to it than just, I'm just doing the scan itself.
Yeah.
So
I thought that's what he was talking about.
And because I've been working in the emergency room, the patients are, you go get them, you get their CAT scan done, you bring them back. Sometimes I only have them for 10 minutes.
Okay.
But and you don't have a whole lot of time to sit and visit with them and take your time because you got 8 other patients waiting.
I feel like it's kind of like serving in a way.
It is.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
What are the toughest problems you must deal with? Grumpy people.
Well, I'd say the biggest thing is drunk, combative people.
What is it?
Drunk, combative people.
Oh, dear.
Sometimes we have to call security and have them come over and have them pin the patient down and explain the facts of life to them.
Wow. Why are drunk people coming in? Oh, because, they'll be drunk and
Here they get drunk and they fall down, or there's a little river that goes down through town, the Boardman River, and there's a couple of Indian reservations around here, and the Indians get drunk and fall in the river.
Oh my gosh!
We had 3 people fall in the Boardman River the other day.
That's crazy.
They were all drunk Indians.
That's so funny. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians.
Yeah. They'll come in wet with a head injury, and we'll be like, "What happened to this patient? Oh, he fell in the Boardman."
That's funny. Is that up in Michigan?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
funny.
It's
a little river that runs down through town.
All right, I think this is my last question.
Okay.
All right. It says, if you were a college student again, what would you do differently? You're I never want to go back to college.
Go to a college in a warmer climate than northern New York.
That's funny. Go to a warmer...
I wouldn't want to change a whole lot. I don't look forward... I wouldn't really look forward to going to college in this day and age, because it's expensive and it's so competitive that I went to college in a different time when things were a little bit different. We were more concerned with going tobogganing after work than we were with what our grades were.
You were more concerned about what?
We were more concerned about going tobogganing or something like that, or going to a bar or something, than we were with our college classes.
Oh, well, I think half of them are like that.
Life was a lot different back then. You didn't have the stresses that you have now as a kid.
Yeah. It took me a lot to go to college, honestly. I took 2 years off after high school, just because I grew up with my mother. My mother was very, very poor.
Yeah.
And I always stressed out, how am I going to be able to pay for college? Little did I know that financial aid, I get the full Pell Grant because my mom doesn't have anything.
Yeah, I did the same thing, and my father had retired when I graduated from high school. He retired at the same time. So when I graduated, I went to college for 3 years. And I had $600 worth of debt, but I had more money in my savings account when I graduated than I did when I started.
Wow. Because
all the way through, too, they gave me work-study programs where you can work at the college. They pay you a certain amount.
Did you do that?
But that goes towards your bills.
Yeah, I'm just using my Pell Grant.
Yeah. But when I was in X-ray school, I actually worked in the registrar's office almost full time.
Okay.
While I was actually in school, so it was kind of like working off your bill.
Yeah. I see a couple of students that do that.
Yeah. And I got those all the way through college too, so.
Yeah, I actually just got a new job at Duffy's. I'll be going there.
Okay. You were working at Miller's, weren't you?
Yeah. They're just... See, like, they don't take me seriously, and I always get, like, the crappy sections.
Yeah.
It's, like, the first cut sections. Like, a part of me doesn't care because I get to leave early, but I'm not making any money.
Yeah.
But, I'm going to Duffy's, and they close at 11. So, like, if I have closing shifts, I won't be there that long.
Yeah.
So, I need a new change, honestly. I'm gonna be moving soon, too, with my dad into Castleberry.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna get out of this condo, and we're gonna move into a very, very small house. It's kind of too small for me, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
I'll probably move out from Dad's hopefully soon. I'm just, like, against renting. I don't believe in renting places. I believe in, like, owning.
Yeah. Kim's moving to Mount Dora in August.
Where's that at?
It's over near Eustis, in that same area.
Texas?
No, Eustis.
I don't know where that is. Is that in Florida?
I know how to get there, but it's kind of like north of Orlando.
Okay.
Because she's going to be going to flight school in Daytona Beach, but she works downtown in Orlando, so she wants to be kind of halfway in between.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then Brienne's living with her mother over in Eustis.
Yeah, I haven't seen Brienne in a while.
No,
I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah.
I actually, like, the day before I was supposed to call you, I hung out with Karina. I haven't saw her and...
Yeah, I think I saw a picture of you two together.
Yeah, I seen her after, it was like, it's been months since I saw her, and she got a new boyfriend and everything, and she's managing at,
at Admiral.
Yeah, so I saw her, and we were just up till like 3 o'clock in the morning playing darts.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is gonna bite me in the ass in the morning.
Yeah.
I was supposed to talk to you, and I was supposed to clean a house, and I didn't. I was so disappointed at myself, honestly.
Yeah.
I hate when I do that.
Yeah.
Especially when you have plans. Well, thank you so much for letting me call you and talk to you and ask you questions. Yeah. I really appreciate it. You're going to be famous.
Well, I'll be home 4th of July week, so I'll come see you at Duffy's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I start July 5th.
Okay, well, I'll get back the 4th. So I'll come visit you.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
You have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
Good talking to you.
It was nice talking to you, Jan.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good night.
I am going to take a nap before I go to work.
All right, well, good night.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.